Hi from the Democracy Research Center. Today we're going to talk about life. First of all, what is life? How do we define life? A living organism has to have two properties. One is a capability for absorbing energy and food from the environment and growing. And the other one is replication, is a way of replicating itself and becoming a larger number of organisms. So those two properties are always going to be found in all living things. Like you and I, animals, plants, everything, they absorb food from the environment, they grow, and at the same time they have a capability for replicating, for becoming more, a larger number. Now, viruses are a little bit of an exemption, especially the COVID virus, but lots of viruses, small viruses, are not able to sustain, to replicate, or to absorb energy from the environment. So we often say that the viruses are not exactly living organisms, but something between inanimate and animate objects. But we'll talk about this in a moment. Now, in order to replicate, first of all, the absorption of energy, feeding and everything, that has to do with the way that the organism is built. We're going to concentrate on the replication side. How do we multiply the organism? Now, in order to multiply and make exact copies of itself, every organism has to have information. And the information is always going to be found on Earth, at least. It's going to be found on these huge molecules. In this case, most organisms that we're talking about, the double helix, the DNA, the deoxyribonucleic acid, or in many cases of viruses, not all viruses, but many viruses, they have a single chain, which is the RNA, the ribonucleic acid. So in both cases, both of those huge molecules are made of millions and billions of elements, and each element is called the nucleotide. Those billions of elements are divided into genes. So they're a large molecule, almost like a polymer molecule, which is made of billions, for example, for humans, and it's divided into different chromosomes, but that's something different. It resides in the nucleus of every cell in our body, and it's made up of different genes. There's a lot of areas between the genes which don't seem to code for anything, but the genes themselves, each gene, and for humans it's about 30,000 genes, each one has a particular function. It gives information on how to build a particular protein or a particular part of our bodies. Anyway, the important thing now, we're going to talk about replication. So the replication is done by taking nucleotides from the cell, so the information we get from the DNA or the RNA, and by taking nucleotides, and by the way, the nucleotide is made of a sugar molecule, it's made of a phosphate group or phosphate molecule, and a nitrogenous base, the base of it. So it's made of three different parts. And if you look at the DNA and the RNA, they're all made of the same nucleotides, similar nucleotides. There you are, these are two nucleotides joined together, and there's a different bases. Now there's 4 different types of bases that the DNA consists of. The cytosine is always joining with guanine, with nothing else. And the thymine is joined with adenine. Those two pairs they always come in pairs. They should never join together in any other way. That's for the DNA. The RNA has a small difference. Instead of thymine, you have uracil, but that's a small detail anyway. Now, in order to replicate, first of all, we need to give this information to something in between, something that will transfer the information. And that transfer, we call it the messenger RNA. And the messenger RNA, all it does is that, first of all, the DNA splits. There you are. For example, I'll split these ones. And then each of these bases will combine with a particular other part of the pair of a nucleotide. So, for example, if we call this gray one, we call it cytosine, then it must join with the green, which is the guanine. So there you go. There you are. It's a little bit better like that. And then the next one is a guanine, so we need to find a cytosine, which is a gray, and that joins up with this, oops, like that. Actually, it's probably better to twist it like that, it's easier. There you are. So this joins together. And the next one is another cytosine, so we're looking for another guanine, etc., etc., and that's how we combine these things together. And by doing that, we are creating another macromolecule. You can see here that this replication transcribes the information in this molecule onto another molecule by actually following the rules that the cytosine must join with the guanine, and in this case here the next one will be thiamine and must join, let's say, with this one, must join with the adenine. So this way we actually prepare a new molecule which is called the messenger RNA. This now, because each of those has been brought in from this cytoplasm, from the cell, so now this thing splits as a molecule, as a combined molecule, and so we have now a full gene, all gene which is made up of 1,000 bases, and this gene is called messenger RNA. So it's RNA, it's the nucleotides joined together, and they contain the information from here. It's exactly the same as having a stamp, and if we stamp the paper, we transcribe the information from the stamp onto the paper. So the same way the DNA gives the information onto the messenger RNA, the messenger RNA goes out of the nucleus and meets some ribosomes. Ribosomes are little machines which exist inside the cell, and the ribosomes now use this information to create proteins, because proteins is the basis of the building blocks of our body. So the DNA contains information. We replicate the DNA by transcribing the information onto the messenger RNA, and the messenger RNA is goes out of the nucleus and into the cell, and the information is used to build the protein. Now this is a DNA which exists in organisms, in various organisms. The same happens with the RNA. RNA is a single, without being any twisting, with a simple chain of nucleotides, and we can do exactly the same thing. We can combine, we join the cytosine with guanine, and instead of thiamine we have uracil. So this one here, like that, for example. In this case, that will have to be a black one, because that's cytosine. Let me just do it quickly for you. There you are. So it combines, and this one here is, we have to have a green one, and etc., etc. So this way, the information that is in the RNA, and the RNA, the viruses, most viruses contain only RNA. They do not contain DNA. There are some viruses that do contain, but most of them are RNA. And the COVID virus, that we all know about COVID virus, we live in these problems, in this problematic period now, the COVID virus contains a long chain of RNA with genes, so the particular genes to build another virus. Now this particular virus, the COVID, all viruses, they do not have any way of building themselves. So they need to use the mechanism, the machines inside the cell. That's why they invade in the cell. They use the RNA to transcribe the genes for building another virus into the messenger RNA, and this goes and builds a protein and another virus like this. And there are millions of viruses that burst through and everything. But so the way that we make vaccines for viruses is to actually, the old way of making vaccines was to take the viruses, billions of viruses, weaken them so they're not strong, the body can easily fight them. But nowadays, the modern way is the messenger RNA. So what happens is that we take the protein that builds these little pimples on the surface of the virus, we find the mRNA, the messenger RNA that's responsible for building those proteins, and we give that to the body to inject the body. So the body looks at those mRNA, takes the mRNA, produces the protein, and then it recognizes it as being a foreign body and makes antibodies out of it. So that's the messenger RNA vaccines. There's other ways as well. By the way, just a small little final thing about the way that the viruses mutate. All the organisms mutate when the copying, the template, the transcription is wrong, or having the RNA, messenger RNA, perhaps a protein is done wrongly, or something like that, or the transcription, or whatever. It could be a small mistake on a base, or it could be multiple bases. It could be a number of different mutations. And these mutations sometimes, very rarely, can actually make a virus more efficient, more effective. And that's what happens, of course, with the Delta virus at the moment, which is much more effective, much more easier to catch the COVID-19 disease. And that's why you have to be very careful, and that's why you need to be vaccinated. Okay, so this is it from the mock talk today. And I hope you understood what the messenger RNA is all about. And remember that the RNA, which is contained in this virus, it's only RNA, nothing else. There's no other mechanics in here. It's nothing like a cell. And by the way, RNA, we think now, is the actual first molecule that was built that was able to copy itself. So that 4 billion years ago, life probably started from an RNA and then it became DNA. That's it from Democracy. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.